Okay, I'm charting SPY here, and there's some things I noticed. The 4-hour money flow is really, really high. I put a vertical line on the last time it was this high. So if we look here where we are, there's been 1, 2, 3 previous times it's been that high in this area. I mean, we could go back, but this is where I'm looking. And I wanted to see what happened when price peaked like that. So here we had more of a run up, but the other ones right here, we had a pullback. Here we had a pullback. Hell, here we had a pullback. And these are slightly lower, but still here we had a pullback. Here, pullback. Here, pullback. Okay, so the only thing that makes this one a little different is that it popped out over 80 and now it's like curling up, which is a pretty unique pattern. I'm not really seeing that anywhere where it pops out and then curls, like gets even, it's almost like this is an Elliott, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in which case it's definitely ending if so, but I don't really see that pattern anywhere here. My point being, these peaks have typically signified pullbacks, except for the most recent one. So I guess the whole thing is, what makes this one different? Well, you know, if we look at this peak, what were we in the middle of? You know, like what was the price action here? We had a head and shoulders that was possibly breaking down. We were in a downtrend from a top. We weren't really apparently in any kind of parabolic structure or Elliott structure or anything like that. If anything, you'd have to say we were in a corrective wave. You know, you have 1, 2, 3, big complicated 4, head and shoulders 5 maybe. But this is like clearly the end of a downward trend, right? And yeah, you have a pullback. Then this next one, you know, you're not in the middle of any discernible structure. It's probably corrective A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, you know, whatever it's doing there. This one seemed different because it was in the middle of this run up. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was the middle of an Elliott wave, close to the end of wave 3, I guess. But I don't really know what to make of it, but I'm going to be watching it. I mean, how much higher can it go? We're at 96. We just touched 96 on the money flow. Two things I'll be watching for. One would be a break above wave 4, which is, you know, forming a higher high here and holding it would be key. So 409, if we break 409 and hold it, then I like this move here to be the start of an Elliott, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and possibly breaking trend here. As it stands right now, it's just an ABC. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. And you would expect your ABC to follow it to go A, B, C. You want your B to stay lower than here. Ideally, your C will be lower than A, probably lower than the previous B. It's usually a bim, 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 bim. This is how you have head and shoulders form. This is where this shit comes from. And after ABC, you'll probably have a wedge, ABCDE-ish wedge. or you could rock it out upward to the downside because of the fractal nature. This Elliott could be 1, 2, 3, But that's what I'm watching for. This is either the ending of wave C on a corrective, or it's near the end of wave 3 on an Elliott. Either way, shorts at 409 seems safe, because even if it's an Elliott, let's just say it pumps, it's got to come confirm this. It's got to pull in, let's say it's an Elliott, boom, boom. Snap the bar here. Boom. It's got to come grab this liquidity right here. So it'll come back, and I've got a yellow line there for some reason. But this is what you'd expect, even if it were an Elliott. So shorting here, I feel like price is going to move through 409 a decent amount. And if this completes either a wave C or an Elliott, we'll have a much easier decision-making process in this phase, because we've either started putting in Elliots that are breaking prior highs, or we're just in these correctives after this huge Elliott, and we'll know to be looking to short the pops and wait on the next leg down. Far as BTC goes, I made a short video the other day of what I think's going on here. We had this Elliott 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corrective, wedged out, and I said the only thing that would make me turn bullish would be this yellow line was drawn when price was back here. I said that I would turn bullish if we started to work our way out of this trend line, which we fought against all day and couldn't get through. Hence the sell off. People are like, get the hell out. I can't even break that trend. So, but moving out of here and forming higher highs than B, A, and C would be a good sign for me. It doesn't even need to pump. It just needs to get out of the wedge and close 31.8, somewhere in there. Unfortunately, for those who are long Bitcoin, it does not look like it's going to do that. We have our corrective, rejection here from this line again, and what looks like the continuation. And Clay mentioned before that this looks like the accumulation bottom, Bart head. I do kind of see that, but just as a counterpoint, redistribution looks a lot like accumulation. Fell down out of here, holding support at this level the way we did, catching it every time it falls, buys time for the redistribution before another markdown. So I'm watching for a break of these levels, and I'll be looking to go long here, 26,700. But I'm mostly on the sidelines right now. It's pretty gnarly money flow right there. Pretty gnarly. I don't know what to make of it, but that's very low. 12.4 on the money flow. That's low. It usually takes a lot more to get that. Like, look what it took us. All that to get down to here. There's 12.4. I mean, Yep. Keep your eyes peeled. Trade safely, my friends.